Hey guys, Darth Glurk here, back with part 1 of my brand new playthrough. We will be playing through Halo 5 Guardians campaign. I'm probably going to be super lazy, and I'm probably just going to call it Halo 5, because I never remember that Guardians is technically what it's called. Anyway, not the point. The point is, welcome to Halo 5. So, welcome to Halo 5. This console, maybe? I guess. Anyway, welcome to Halo 5. So, I haven't played, like I've said, I've only played the Halo 5 campaign one time, and I haven't played it since. So, I imagine... that music is going in, though. That's awesome. All I have is that. Okay. Anyway, none of this matters. Sorry, none of that matters at all. Anywho, so yeah, I've only done the Halo 5 campaign one time. There are some twists that have me concerned, but we will talk about those once we get there. So I'm a lot more blind on this one than I was on previous ones. I've done the rest of the Halos quite a few times, other than, of course, ODST. And so I was very used to it. This one I've only done once, and I don't remember almost anything about it. There are some story twists with Cortana that I am concerned about, but we'll talk about that when we get there. And I did order Halo Infinite, and it is on the way. It looks like it might be here Thursday, possibly. There's a Grant in space, by the way. Anyway, but I did order Halo Infinite, and it is on the way, and it looks like it should be here. On Thursday. So, but I do think I can make that work, because by the time you're seeing this, I think this is Monday's upload, I believe. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Infinite's on the way, and I think by the time you're seeing this, I think it's Monday. So I think, I'm assuming this will probably be 2 parts. The rest of the Halos, other than I think the first one, has been 1 or 2 parts. ODST was 1 part, but the rest of them were 2, I'm pretty sure. And so if that holds true, then 5 will probably be 2 parts. And if that's true, then part 2, if that's the finale for 5, then that will be Thursday's upload. And so then if Infinite is getting here Thursday, I can get that installed hopefully before this next weekend. And so the next weekend we can do Infinite. Now I think Infinite might be a little bit longer than 5 and the rest of them were. Maybe. I think I've heard that it's a little bit longer. Maybe. So if that is true, then we can do Infinite however long it takes. And then once it's over, then we're moving on from Halo. But we'll see. We'll see how this all feels, because I haven't done this, I mean, since the first time I did it. So, all right. That's game setup. That's the mission. We'll make a new one. Difficulty on normal is fine. Alright, active skulls. Mission restart on death. Shields don't recharge unless you melee. Enemies always goes berserk. Grenades happy. Disabled. Less ammo. Major upgrade to the capabilities of enemies. Rare combat dialogue. No, I can't do it because I haven't found it. Is that the bit? That's kind of not awesome. And I can't even get Grump birthday party? Come on. I think that's funny. Enter scoring and disable cinematics when set is on. Oh. Enable scoring and disable cinematics. Yeah, definitely not. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna go a new one. Load. And we're gonna do a new one. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. Then maybe we'll, Alright, is this the first one? I think so. It's a little bit weird that, like... Okay, I think... I'm assuming this is the first mission. Alright, normal. Active skulls. I would turn these on if I could, but I can't. So for the first time in all the Halos, I can't actually use the cute little skulls, and we don't get the score either, because life is pain. So anyway, moving on. We don't care about all that crap. Let's go. We're hopping into it. I'm ready. I haven't done this in a long time, so we'll see.
Spartan Locke. I have spent enough years with Oni to know the truth. Once this is over, after all I have done, they'll order you to kill us both.
Fire Team Osiris. Over the last 72 hours, 5 colonies have experienced identical events. Massive destruction, Forerunner in origin. And Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Halsey has managed to contact us. She claims to have information on these attacks.
Halsey is currently in Covenant custody on the surface of Kamchatka. Your mission is to insert behind enemy lines, retrieve Halsey, and bring her back to Infinity. Be advised, Dr. Halsey is accompanied by Covenant Supreme Leader Jul Mdama. If you have the opportunity...
Understood, Commander.
Good luck, Spartan Locke. Infinity out.
Tracking gear online.
Affirmative. Say, before we make this jump, anybody want to say a few words?
I figure if God can hear how scared I am, so can everyone else. Locke, you buying first drink when we're done?
You ask, you buy. Fire Team Osiris. The light is green.
Welcome to Halo 5 Guardians.
Check.
Comms working fine, Locke.
Copy that, Tanaka. Spartan Buck online and ready.
Spartan Vale online.
Weapons free. Contact.
Oh, that was cool.
Incoming!
We could have taken him. Let's move. Vale, keep it here on comms.
Affirmative.
Buck, Tanaka, full security.
On it.
Okay, couple things. First of all, good lord, there are some things that need to be fixed. So firstly... Oh, there it is, okay. Weird. Maybe I just accidentally hit the bumpers? Whatever, okay. Anyway, alright, we're good. I can zoom. I guess I just accidentally hit a bumper. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. I'll probably cut out me just flapping with the controls. Anyway, alright, anywho, sorry. Okay, you know what? Considering I almost certainly cut it out, here's what I did. I turned on subtitles all the time. Sorry about that. And then I also bumped up my sensitivity from a 3 to a 5. So we'll start there and we'll see if it's better. And I was also trying to find a way to zoom in, and apparently it was already on. I just must have accidentally hit a bumper when I thought I hit the trigger. So we're good. Sorry. We're good. Let's go.
Halsey and Ndama hold up inside a forerunner structure ahead. That's our target.
So Halsey called us?
She said there was something big happening. To get Captain Lasky coordinates to find her.
It must be something big.
We're one hell of a trap. Halsey and Jewel aren't just gonna wait around for us. Maybe we should get a move on.
Couple of interesting things. That first girl's voice, Holly, was that her name? Her voice is familiar. I don't know if we should recognize her, but I know her voice. Also, Buck is back from ODST, so I guess he got turned into a Spartan at some point.
Enemy Phaeton!
Let's go. Let's go.
Contact.
Ah, looks like there's Prometheans as well as Covenant.
Got one.
I wish I had scoring on. Oh, I was like, what is happening? Something is hurting me. I'm just about out.
They hide like cowards.
Alright, hang on. Where is he? Okay, hang on. What was my melee button? Alright, anyway, sorry. I was trying to melee that guy, and it's no longer the stick, and I can't get it to be the stick without ruining other things, so...
All clear.
It's this button, which I'm never going to remember.
Halsey's position.
Alright, anyway.
Forerunner soldier. Up the cliff. Get after them.
Get out back here, you filthy cowards!
Soldiers just teleported through that ice wall.
I tried. I tried. I was just curious. Ah. Oh, someone's evolved. Look at them. Is that a suppressor? Oh, storm rifle. Okay.
Prometheus, all sides.
We could push right up the middle. That would be rough. Might want to consider flanking them.
Move smart. Fire with a purpose.
Where's the fun in that? Ooh, light rifle. Absolutely. Right. Sorry. Not the melee button. Like I said, never gonna get used to that. Look at that. I meleeed correctly for the first time. This way. This way. Keep my sweet flank alive.
Got a soldier here.
Hey, you little pest.
Hostile spotted. On the way.
Keep it going.
Area's clear. Move on. Good
Yeah,
work.
take that, you hippies.
I noticed in the briefing Dr. Halsey lost her left arm. When did that happen?
Jewel did it. No idea when or why.
Reckon it wasn't an argument, or he'd have cut off her head instead of her arm.
Door's sealed tight.
Forerunner security station. Must be in lockdown.
Any way to lift it?
The Artemis can analyze Forerunner systems. Might be a way to override this door.
This Artemis thing one of your old Oni toys?
Similar. I convinced Commander Palmer to outfit us with prototypes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, am I supposed to... Gonna be honest, I was like sort of listening, but not really listening because I didn't catch. What's my objective? What am I supposed to do? I was only sort of, kind of, not really listening.
See anything on the Artemis?
Systems
Oh.
analyzed. Looks like there's an override switch near the top of the room.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. That's what that is. Look at that. It's like a scanner.
Let's see. This should do it.
Ah, there we go. Oh, hang on. I think I'm about to be crushed. Oh.
Door's open.
The Artemis did the trick.
Locke, listen to this. They're assaulting the back of the temple. Bring in the Kraken.
The Kraken.
Sighted.
Hold position. Buy more time. Jewel's getting desperate.
How'd you learn to speak Sangheili, Vale?
When I was a kid, I was stuck on a diplomatic shuttle adrift in deep space for 6 months. My options were be real bored or spend the time getting smart.
Well, you know. Probably chose wisely. Oh, look at that. Don't know what the...
Signal is consistent with previous, I hesitate to call them messages, that implies communication. This is more like echolocation, a signal bouncing off Forerunner objects.
Dr. Halsey. Oh.
Our destination is on the other side of this battlefield. Watch out for the Kraken. The Covenant are trying to use it to break the Promethean line.
I'd rather knock his stuff between them.
Hey, I hear you, buddy. Keep it going, kids. Keep it alive. Knock, knock. Oh, that was a pity.
Kraken is falling back. Forward defenses were too much for it.
Alright, we're good. Whoa.
Keep moving toward Halsey's position.
Yeah, you better run, you little dweeb. Punk? Like, hit me again. Hit me again. The movement in this game is super fun, though. Yikes. Whew.
Area's clear.
Halsey and Abdama are somewhere inside that structure. We do this right, we bring our target home, and end the Covenant in one move.
I will say that, though, like, that's one of the things I super like in this game was the movement. Is, like, yes, and it does, like, some of the control changes do annoy me, like, having the melee be a different button, like, that does annoy me, not gonna lie. But once you get used to that, it's not that bad. And the movement is great, that little boost, and, like, I love the movement in this game. That was something that 5 did really well. And I love how the guns have, like, all of them have like a zoom in now, which I love. And I also like the sound of the guns. It sounds meaty, which I love. So it's like there is lots to love. I do sound like I'm bitching, but mostly it's just a weird mood I'm in. That's not a reflection of the game.
Odin and Dama's authority when the Prometheans turned on him. Gained a lot of followers, styling himself as a forerunner prophet.
Jul Mdama is an opportunist, not a leader. It was only a matter of time until his version of the Covenant started to break.
Well, it could stand to break a little faster if you ask me.
We're
Yeah,
close
he's
to
not
Halsey's
wrong.
position. Knights!
The new
Oh.
kind, too. Like they reported on Oban.
Concentrate fire on the broken armor. Don't let them through to Halsey. We need her alive.
Alright, where's that scatter shot? There it is. It was very hard to hit for some reason. Not really sure why. Oh, look at that. Help! I don't care if you're being shot. Revive me. The fact that they have a revive is super cool. I just got super ballsy. Just zero self-preservation.
The glowing area is vulnerable. Shoot there.
All right. Danger is clear.
We move on Halsey and Jewel.
Yay. The fact that they have a revive is really neat. I do really like that. It's, yeah. I do really like that they have a revive thing for the other Spartans. That's super nice. And, I only died because I just got, like, really impatient. And was like, I can just YOLO charge into, like, anything, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's like, not whatever. The knights actually hurt a great deal when they're shooting you to death. You might be surprised to learn. Yeah, it hurts to get shot. I know, it's a newsflash, but surprisingly still true.
What is the problem?
There are several. Would you like to discuss the finer points of casual reconciliation?
More human sarcasm.
So you have learned something from me, Julie.
You claim to be able to access...
And I can. However, I did not claim to be able to access it instantaneously.
No time to dither. You also afford me respect the fitting of the Didact's hand.
Seems your fingers are an open rebellion, Han.
Enough!
Yeah, good looking.
Do your work.
Eyes on target. This location does not serve my needs. When she makes another transmission, I must
I
triangulate.
tire of this, Doctor. You have been chasing shadows for weeks to no avail.
Dr. Halsey, Captain Lasky would like a word with you.
It took you long enough.
Dude, the Spartan... Locke freaking walked all over that elite with a knife. He fought him with a knife, and he's like, yeah, I can win. And he was right. Hey, look, the Infinity.
Osiris, you are cleared to land in Docking Bay 11.
I sent you my position 3 weeks ago. I told you this was happening.
We'll discuss that in private, Doctor. Palmer.
What has she done? How far has it already gone?
Good work, Osiris.
What do you think that's about?
Who knows? So, a couple things. I'm really, really out of it today for some reason. I don't know why. I just feel really, really tired. So if I don't speak a whole lot, really sorry about that. If commentary is subpar, super sorry. But anyway, back to Chief. See what Chief up to. Forget the Locke and the rest of his hoodlums. It's all about Chief and Cortana.
I haven't seen Chief press himself like this since we were in boot camp.
He's fine, Fred.
This many missions non-stop isn't fun.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Blue team has located Argent Moon. Signs of hostile activity, but she's still here.
Copy that, 117. Eliminate all hostiles. Secure Argent Moon. You may deploy when ready.
Affirmative, Infinity. 117 out.
Here you go.
Thanks, Kelly. Everyone ready?
Affirmative.
You good?
He's like, totally fine. I'm not emotionally super crushed.
Blue team, fall out.
So Chief's leading some Spartans now. That's neato. He has his own team. That's cool. A team that knows him because the what's-his-face reference to boot camp, so.
Throw the envoy out the airlock.
So that's cool. Nice to have emotional support in his time of need. Well, that was clean. Man, that was clean. I like his team. Alright. Alright, kids, you guys ready? Let's do this.
What do we know about Argent Moon?
Phony research station. Went dark 19 months ago. Last week, KKR scavengers found it and sold the find to Jula and Dama's people.
We clear the Covenant and return this station to Oni.
Fastest route to retrieval is to seize Central Patrol. Eliminate hostiles between here and there, and deactivate gravity and life support systems.
Ship data center is just ahead. We can pull down Argent Moon schematics there.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Ooh. Yeah. Worth it. I found a shotgun, guys. But like, good for you, Chief. Super happy for you.
Designing a new stealth class vessel.
They lost years of expensive R&D with the station.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Just curious to see if the boost was the same. Can confirm is the same. He just sounds so meaty. Just thud. It's so good.
Hostile contact.
That was a good grenade. Wish I had Grump birthday party on. And scoring. Oops, sorry, wrong button. You're very lucky you have a turret over there. Wrong button. Thanks, man. Right.
center is just ahead. Let's go.
I was about to say, I don't think there's anyone left to run, my guy. I killed all of them already. Also, hey. Shotgun was almost empty anyway, so. There's lots of collectibles in this, so it's like, I wonder if there's achievements. Really quick, let's just do this together really fast. Yeah, it's like, it's lots of multiplayer stuff, which is the reason why I'm never gonna 100% it. It means one of the reasons. Yeah, one of them is to find a skull in general, and then there's like heroic ones, legendary completion ones. Yeah, claim all the intel. Yeah, so there is achievements for that kind of thing. But obviously we're not doing that for this. This is very casual. Maybe down the road I might go for those achievements or something.
We've got a complete set of dataset keys for the station. We should be able to pull down Argent Moon schematics and find a path to central control.
What could I found?
Entry accepted.
Access the databanks. Grab the data and current population map.
Should be a straight shot to central control through the assembly bay ahead. There's still prowlers in the hangar bays. Nobody from Oni got out of here alive, did they?
No.
Let's go.
Guess not. I like his team though. They just feel so like, they feel more like seasoned than Locke's team. Like Locke's team feels like whatever, like the younger, newer generation, so to speak, whereas like Chief and his team feel like the seasoned veterans that are like just, I don't know, they seem more seasoned, more veterans. They just seem cooler. They just seem cooler than Locke's team. I mean, I realize it's probably biased, but it does feel like that's the truth.
Elevator here.
I got more ammo for my ye old assault rifle. That's nice. Sorry, I'm coming.
Central control straight across this bay.
Everything's ripped up.
They must be stripping that experimental ship for parts.
Scavengers, taking what supplies they can find. The Covenant's war against the Arbiter must not be going well.
Oh yeah, by the way, Arbiter's in this one. I forgot about that. So yeah, we will reunite with Arbiter in this game. Haven't seen him since Halo 3.
Jul Dama is a lot of things, but he's no prophet.
So that's kind of neato. Arbiter and Chief were like bros once upon a time. Oh, there's another shotgun. That's tragic because I have a sword now. That's tragic.
Let's charge through.
Oh, it's another one. They're just like, there's lots of shotties. Do you want it? Oh, sorry. Hang on a minute. I gotta have, Got it.
Let's go. Contact.
Sorry, run button. See, the Chief doesn't always run around like a crazy man. Just sometimes. SMG. Wow, they brought that back. That's neato. Made a mistake. Got him.
Area's clear.
That was exciting, huh? You like my super overly aggressive tactics for no reason? I too was a fan of those. You're like, bro, do you know what Chief has lived through? He's not impressed by you.
Hydra here.
Ooh. I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty beefy. I might come back for that depending on the pain. Ooh. Whoop. Not quite what I meant to do. But that is alright. Storm rifles. God, it's like playing gun game. It's like playing gun game, just like killing someone, switching weapons, killing someone, switching weapons. Yeah, the movement, like the combat is so high speed, it feels like playing like a modern shooter, which I super love. Not gonna lie. Also, it feels like Locke is more floaty, if that makes sense, whereas Chief, when he jumps off something, he lands like a brick, which I super like. It makes him feel tougher and more dense, which is true. He is tougher.
Central control is through those doors.
Come on, boys and girls, let's go! Whoa, Lord. I noticed. Oh, God. That's not awesome! He's like, I'm fine.
Blue team, report.
I have no comms down here.
Blue team, report. Sierra 117, does anyone copy?
Oh, God, it's the ghost. It's the ghost of my waifu. I'm not emotionally ready. He's like, I think I need a therapist.
Chief. The domain is open. Meridian is next.
Cortana?
John, the reclamation is about to begin.
Chief, what's wrong?
He's like, I think I need a therapist.
She's on Meridian.
Who?
Cortana.
Gasp. I'm fine, thank God. Hi, guys.
You said she was gone.
I watched her die. We have a mission to focus on. We can talk about this later. Lights on. Frederick, get us back on course for Central Control.
Bringing up schematics. There's an elevator we can use, but access is 4 levels down.
Mark a path.
Ooh. Yeah? Alright. It's a dumb move, but we're doing it anyway. I realize it's the other way. Dead ends usually mean, like, something good. Ooh, like more shotgun ammo. That was worth it.
Hostile contact.
Yup. Whoa. He just charged that dude and killed him. I got a sweet assassination, though. Magnum. Sorry.
Everybody go, go, go!
I'm down. Give me a hand.
Help! Quickly! Oh, guys. Oh, Lord. Wow, they just ate that better than I did. Thanks, man. Good Lord. I was going for the assassination and the dude just... the grunt just whipped grenades out and murdered me. It's like, good Lord, dude. The grunt's like, oh yeah, assassinate me. How about I pull grenades out? How about that?
This area is clear.
It's like, well, boy,
Chief,
you got me there.
What did Cortana say to you?
Not enough. Something about Meridian.
Meridian's a backwater. If she's active, what's she doing so far out on the frontier?
Yeah, who knows?
Incoming grenade!
Easy.
Hunters. They're keeping pace with us.
Yikes. Kinda yikes, not gonna lie. Sorry, dude. I turned and accidentally fired. I swear. Alright. Just wanted to say, sorry guys.
Got a lot of ground left to cover. We should keep moving down.
Whoa, he's alive. Sorry. This is like just desperately trying to figure out the buttons. I found a back way in, guys.
Zealot with an energy sword.
Yeah, thank you. Good looking out, Chief.
Elite's losing it. I've got you, Chief.
Back in it.
Somebody suppress that fire. I'm down.
Reach level 3.
Boy, that felt
Level
good.
down to the elevator for central control.
Boy, that felt good. He just like came out of that thing swinging, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll just stick him real quick," and nothing. He was not impressed, to say the least.
Covenant battle net just lit up.
Not that way. Oh. Maybe it is that way. Oh. It is that way.
We're outnumbered here, Chief. A few thousand to one.
Surrendering Argent Moon is not an option.
Neither is fighting half the Covenant in close quarters.
Then forget about reaching central control. The plan changes to asset denial. We scuttle the Argent Moon. Ship's reactor core is near here.
Same plan as the perpetual devotion?
We overload the reactor and evac. Ship explodes, destroying any ships nearby.
The reactor is below the lab just ahead. We can use air ducts to travel between them, marking the access panel.
Mm-hmm. Alright, this way it is then.
Green 5 clearance accepted. Authorizing entry.
Uh-oh.
There's chatter about Jewel and Dharma on Covenant comms. The new arrivals say he's dead.
Somebody cut the head off the Covenant. Bravo.
Hunters.
They're strong, but slow. Use the lab equipment to keep above them and out of their reach.
Weapons free.
Just trying to get away. Hey.
Wounded one. Need some help.
System blocked.
Let's go, Kevin.
Assisting. I can't hold out.
Thanks, I'm back. Feeling it.
Hunters down.
It's a very bold strategy.
Reactor just below us. Let's go.
It's a very bold strategy. I'll be like, I know how to defeat a hunter. Fight him in close quarters.
Schematics show a path to the reactor below here.
Systems released.
Where's the box? I thought I saw something in there. Alright, never mind. Doesn't matter what it was.
The room is
Probably
just
nothing.
ahead. We can light this fuse and bolt.
No salvage for the Covenant.
Right, let's go.
Open sesame.
controls are on the far side of the room. Eliminate the Covenant forces and get to those controls.
Something behind me. Yeah, you better run. Correction, Chief is on the elite. Ow.
System lock.
You wanna know what I love? Elites with energy swords at close range. Love it.
Still seeing hostiles. Clear them out so we can initiate the overload.
Humans are firing a sector!
Area's clear. Initiate the overload.
Well, Fred died.
Thanks, Spartan. On your feet, Linda.
Well, Kelly died. I got 2 of them. Oh my lord. Not really sure what to do about the dead partner, but
Controls for the reactor will be nearby. Keep looking.
I'm actually not looking for the reactor controls. I was looking for better weapons. Full disclosure. Alright, anyway. I'm in. Oh, Kelly, you're back. Sorry you died.
Got it. Reactor's overloading. Move for the hangar bay.
Oh, yeah. It's the one I just emptied.
The station's going to try to cool the reactor.
I guess the UNSC is better reactor safety protocol than the Covenant.
We can stop that. Board the reactor.
Board the reactor.
If it's being moved, we should go with it.
That's just science. Quickly, guys, quickly. There we go. We're all in.
The safety systems are set to pump coolant to the reactor.
This whole plan fails if that coolant gets a chance to work.
Shame to lose the Argent Moon, but I'd love to see the look on the Covenant's faces when she goes supernova.
Agreed. Won't that be surprising?
How do we stop it?
There are sheds located on either side of the cooling chamber. Those are our targets.
Reach the control sheds. Get the cooling system offline.
I'll take the Banshee down.
Whoa! Sorry, it's not inverted, and usually flying things are inverted. Oh my god, it's so weird. Oh my god, I can't. My brain can't figure out how to do it. Oh my god, okay, hang on a minute. I'm gonna have a stroke. On. Okay.
Shades are still closed on those coolant pipes. Find a way to open them.
Whoa, that's not it.
Done flying.
I'm on foot.
There's gotta be a door somewhere.
Grenade on me.
Fun fact. It was not the button.
Override controls.
Good lord.
Warning. Security shutters disengaged.
Override activated.
Coolant system shutters exposed. Open space.
Perfect. Coolant system inner workings are exposed.
Eliminate the targets, Blue Team.
Grab Banshees. We can target the pipes more easily from the air.
The Armada's been alerted to our presence. Reinforcements inbound. They're sending Phantoms. firing on those coolant pipes! It's working! Keep firing!
Evac now.
Banshees aren't fast enough to get clear of the reactor explosion.
Calling in the Pelican. No signal on autopilot retrieval. Armada must have taken it out.
Frederick, find the nearest hangar bay. We're taking a prowler.
There it is.
There's the hangar entrance.
Prowler is just inside, through an airlock.
This way. She's just like, bye, and it just disappears.
Reactor core temperature has exceeded.
Come on, you guys, let's go.
Failure imminent. Immediate evacuation advised.
There's the prowler.
We gotta go.
Clear them out and prep for launch.
Do it quick. I'd rather not be here when the station melts around us.
In effect.
I agree with that.
Proceed to escape vehicles immediately.
Control panel.
Show him how it's done, Chief.
This way, people. We have no time to lose.
Launch controls are here.
Vehicle launch preparations initiated. Fuel cells at 0%. Initiating fueling.
Hold off the Covenant while the Prowler preps for launch.
Engaging.
hunters.
Prowler fuel cells at 25%. Reactor containment failure. Immediate evacuation advised.
Yikes.
Prowler fuel cells at 50%.
Covenant reinforcements inbound!
Bring him on.
Fuel cells at 75%.
Jackal's targeting me!
Ow. Totally fine. I'm okay. Oh, I was like, where the freak did he go? Ah.
Prowler fuel cells at 100%. Launch is primed.
Prowler is ready.
Board now, blue team.
I'm ready.
Clear.
Time, Linda.
89 seconds.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Argent Moon scuttled. I've reassigned blue team. Destination Meridian. Potential contact from Cortana.
Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
What the hell?
He's like, pardon?
You're to return to Infinity immediately.
Negative, Infinity.
He's like, nope. He's like, nope, I don't want to hear it.
Whoever they are, let's get to Meridian before they do.
Damn right.
No.
No need to do this by yourself, Chief.
They're like, we're going with you, boss.
They won't court-martial all of us, right?
Hell yeah. So I like how they knew about the whole Cortana thing, and they're like, nope, you come on home. We just want to send in someone else to deal with her. Chief's like, hell no. First of all, insulting, which I don't blame him. I'd be like, yeah, no, not doing that.
This was happening. Cortana is no longer an asset, Captain. She is a danger. She has access to the Forerunner domain, a galaxy-spanning network
Cortana's
that
alive?
allows her to control whatever devices caused this damage.
How is she? Master Chief believes she contacted him.
John must not speak to her.
He's gone in search of her.
You let him go?
How is
Nobody lets the chief do anything. He does what he wants.
Damn right.
0631 this morning, when he was declared absent without leave.
This isn't about the Master
John
Chief.
is not equipped emotionally to deal with her as a threat.
Hey! Is anyone gonna answer me?
You're out of line, Roland.
Yes, sir, but so is everyone else. You created Cortana, Doc. And now you're throwing her out the airlock with these accusations.
Roland.
You think she tricked the Master Chief into abandoning his post? Respectfully, sir, to what end? Why is Cortana the problem? Because she refused to die when she was supposed to?
Preach. Preach. I think Roland is an AI, I assume. I don't know who Roland is, if he's an AI or if he's something else, but either way, he's flipping right. Absolutely.
You're okay with this? Not just another target, you know.
Every target is just another target, Buck.
Yeah. For you, maybe. I love being an ODST. Just point and shoot. None of this gray area BS.
There you go. He referenced it. He said the
How are you
thing.
even supposed to bring them in? Ask politely?
No.
The hell?
Armor restraint. Short-circuit their suit systems.
The Locke. Every other Spartan, every soldier, when they hear about this, they're gonna hate us. You know that, right?
You're not the only one here because of him.
Yeah? Wait till you see the twist of what's happening now. Isn't that something? Meridian. Independent colony world.
The Covenant blasted this planet in 48. It was a UNSC colony then, but we never came back. Run by a private corp now, chipping away the glass, making her livable.
Why are we taking the long way down?
Because it's polite. Grew up on an indie colony like Meridian. Folks out here don't take well to the UNSC landing in the middle of town. Tend to see it as an act of aggression.
Speaking of acts of aggression...
Those are Forerunner ships. What the hell are Forerunners doing here?
Maybe we're not the only ones here for the Master Chief.
Whoever the hell is on my elevator, identify yourself.
This is Spartan Jameson Locke, UNSC.
Thugs, a lot of you.
To whom am I speaking?
This is Governor Sloan, and you...
Governor didn't seem to want our help.
Well, he's gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, well. I don't think they have much of a choice.
Spartans? What the hell are Spartans doing here?
Yo.
What's going on?
Meridian Station's under attack. Sloan's trying to put up a fight, but I got family up there. They ain't armed.
Osiris, the people of Meridian Station need our assistance.
Well, let's go then. Let's go.
Meridian Control, we need you to open the doors to this space elevator.
But it's overrun!
Open the doors so we can help.
Damn it, Kyle! Do it! Fine, go!
Wrong button.
Base is on lockdown. No way out.
There must be a way to shut down the security system.
Yeah, eliminate the threat, then lockdown ends.
All good people of Meridian, you are hereby ordered to take up arms and defend your home from any aggressors.
Elevator control. Get those automated turrets online.
We're trying, Governor. Security tower doors jammed.
Automated turrets? Those could be useful.
Taking fire on the left.
Hostile activity detected. Lockdown system engaged.
Hostile fire.
Yikes.
Throwing a grenade.
That didn't feel very good.
Looks like we're all clear. Spartans. Was that your doing?
We just helped, Governor. Your people did a lot.
It's a nice thing to say.
This road will lead straight to Meridian Station.
Hang on. Yeah, like that. Rocket launcher, huh? Well, I'm carrying 2 pistols, so sure. And the real question is, how do I get out of here? Hey team. Oh, there we go. Hey guys. Hi. I figured out how to get inside. Alright. Ooh.
Move up.
Sorry, wrong button. I'm coming. Ho-ho. Come on, kids. All right.
Mayday! Mayday! I'm going down!
Cutting them down!
Aha.
We're taking damage!
No kidding, Buck.
McCord River, report in.
Governor Sloan, the McCord River Bridge is sealed, but we're under heavy assault.
What do we do? Damn sure they don't get through to town.
Governor, if you open the bridge, Osiris can help Meridian Station.
I let you through, those monsters will follow. No way. If you want to help, then secure that bridge. I'll be damned. The propaganda about Spartans doesn't lie. Listen, across the bridge, closer to town, there's others that could use your help.
We can do that, sir.
All right, opening up.
This way. I was just getting roadkill. Lots of roadkills. It sounds so meaty.
Supporting on the war. Soldiers can try?
Apparently. Hey, Buck, you want to kill them, please?
Took them out!
Thank you.
Governor Sloan, this is Billy at the garage. We're pinned down.
Spartans, my people in the service garage could sure use your help.
Oh, wow. That knight was not impressed.
Scorpion in there.
They have a tank. Why do they have a tank? Gift horses, Vale.
Jump the crawler!
Sorry. I just knocked her over.
Eyes on the soldier in range. Reporting on the Warthog guns. New knights sure filled with a lot of weak points.
Hey.
We're taking damage.
Well done, Spartans. Head over to the garage. I'll have Billy open up.
Spartans? Holy...
Billy, they're gonna need to borrow your toy.
What?
They'll get more use out of it than you will. Spartans,
Ow.
you're close to Meridian Station now. If you could clear out the land between where you are and town.
Of course, Governor.
Wow. Pretty quick turnaround from get off my planet to, hey, can you help?
At least he's talking
Yeah,
to us.
right.
That's a start.
Get me in float.
Looks clear for my mongoose.
We're going.
Vicious aliens all over the place, and we're stuck shooting these ant things.
They're right on our doorstep, Spartans. Thought you were keeping them away from us.
Osiris, clear the area so they can open the gates.
Armor's broke. Let's hit them. Hey, what'd I do? Wrecked hit. Keep getting me caught. Got one.
Is that good? Are we all clear? Hell, here they come.
We're taking damage.
Boy, we sure are.
Lots of places, but there's always been a forerunner out.
Yeah, so.
Meridian was a fully settled colony. No record of forerunner discoveries there.
So why are there Prometheans here now?
That's what I'm asking. Haven't you been listening?
You know, you get along with Locke real nice, man.
That's so true.
Got soldier captain for you.
Oh, it's so true.
Just a crawler. All this dead, eh? Hit a crawler at least.
Stay on him!
He's getting me targeted!
This knocks her over.
Nice down!
That was close. Hey. Ow! Friendly fire, you morons!
Still a few of those things out there, Spartans.
Sorry. If you just want to back up, thank you.
Give me a slow! Hit one! One down!
Such a spawn kill.
Forward to scrapping you!
Ooh, he's not little enough for me to just run over.
Watch the friendly fire on the warthog! Looks clear from back here.
Looks like you've done it. Never thought I'd thank the UNSC for a damn thing, but I do thank you, Spartans. Come on inside.
Leaving the warthog.
Well, there you go. That went well. Just carrying a rocket launcher for seemingly no reason.
Governor Sloan, I was hoping we might have a word.
Come into town and we'll talk. I trust you won't cause any trouble.
We'll be with you shortly. Tanaka, what kind of welcome can we expect this far out?
Frontier colony like this? Not much. Best suggestion is to keep weapons down and hands off.
That seems like a pretty fair suggestion.
Whatever those things were, they seem to have fallen back. Few fire, doesn't get handled.
Well, that's large.
Go see Doc K. You see someone in need, something else. We're a family here. Let's
Hey.
Is that Governor Sloan?
I want everyone to know we had some unexpected help from the UNSC. They're here in Meridian Station with my permission, and they saved the lives of many of our people. They'll be leaving as soon as they came, but till they're gone, treat them as you would any Lieutenant government employee. Anyone gives a guff will answer to me. Understand?
That's nice.
I'm assessing the damage now.
He's an AI.
What's wrong with him? He looks broken. Rampancy onset. Late stage from the looks. Probably sacrificing resolution for logic cycles.
I have welcomed you to my home. Do not be so rude as to make my health a point of conversation.
Of course, Governor. My apologies. We're looking for another Spartan fire team.
Why so many Spartans here? Why not? I'm unaware of other UNSC agents in our midst, but you have done right by my people so far. Have your look, but make it quick. Governor Sloan, out.
So where do we start looking?
The best intel in a place like this comes from the people. Keep your ears open.
Mm-hmm.
Distress call. but then the tower caught fire.
Okay, Ed.
And
just relax.
Yeah, I'll talk to you in a minute. Hang on.
Should kick in soon. Did you hear anything else? Any other transmissions?
there was nothing else. The signal went dead. We couldn't signal back.
You're all right.
There was
Governor
smoke
Sloan will
everywhere.
take care of everything.
We might be able to help. Where was that transmission sent from? UNSC swooping down to take our claim. I'll tell you what. Our folks at Apogee are plenty strong. Don't think you vultures can pick the bone so fast.
Wait, what do you say? Apogee? I think that's our location.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least they're friendly. Oh, wait. Oh.
Cleared deep the other day. Cut through what used to be a forest. Dug through the glass and
We'll get this
climbed
figured
into
out.
a natural cave formation.
Is anyone with you at the outpost?
Just me. I heard we got hit here and hopped a mongoose back. Right as I left, that ship flew past in the other direction, real low.
You saw a ship? Any markings?
Pound glass, UNSC. It's not my problem if your buddies didn't tell you where they parked. You ought to synchronize your drop zones better next time.
Catch that? Sounds like it was a UNSC ship. So Apogee came under attack, and then a UNSC ship was seen heading that way.
Find a network terminal. I want to know more about Apogee Station.
Artemis ought to be able to track down a suitable network terminal. Ping it.
Everything on our end looks right, Governor.
Yeah, all the hardware checks out.
I'm just curious what this was.
System offline since transmission reception. Talk about some more.
Accessing terminal.
Did I give you permission to poke about?
Your people saw a UNSC ship out near Apogee Station.
UNSC at Apogee? Why are you people all over my planet?
With your permission, we'd like to go ask them ourselves.
There's a cargo Pelican on the Meridian Station landing pad. It'll get you out to Apogee the quickest.
We appreciate it, Governor.
I'm sure you do.
Never thought I'd miss the mines.
Right. Well, looks like Locke and the Hoodlum Squad are back at it. They're doing their thing, you know, as crazy kids do. We're here.
Looks like we got an escort.
Be surprised if there weren't. Sloan can't be happy about UNSC marching around out here.
The lady is correct. My team's there to keep an eye on things while you look around. Nothing personal, Spartans.
No offense taken, Governor. We'll find our targets and be out of your way shortly.
Yeah. Don't you worry, pal. We're finding our guys and we will be gone. I can't say I wish Locke and his hoodlums success, though, gonna be honest. Because obviously I don't hope they succeed. Go Master Chief and his team, obviously. Don't much care for Locke and his people. I don't like hate him or anything, but I don't love him.
Target going to cover. Governor, just got a message from Prometheans.
Prometheans.
Clear them out.
Sloane's people can fight, but they shouldn't have to.
It hurts. But I'm getting so many kills. Alright. Sure. We'll see what the SMG's like in this one. Take that, you hippies.
Area clear.
Let's move on. See if we can find any signs of blue team.
Copy that. My gun leads. I just follow.
Move. Double time.
Gotcha.
Sorry, wrong button. Ho ho ho. Obviously that's an improvement. Alright, let's go.
Don't need Spartans to fight our battles.
Yeah, Gold Meridian can take care of its own. There, hit one.
Uh-huh. Well, hey, why don't you go first then, there, killer?
Clear the Prometheans. I want to look at that prowler.
Nice fun to watch her.
They thought they did. Nope.
They're going to flank.
Reinforcements. Look sharp.
Friendly here. Watch it.
Like the dumbest way you could have possibly killed one of them. Oh god. Help. Help. I got aggressive and it cost me.
Soldier got me good.
Clear the remaining hostiles.
Yikes.
All clear.
Blue team just left their prowler parked in the middle of everything. Must have landed here for a reason. Ship's log might tell us something.
Let's run a scan. There, a console inside the deployment bay.
Sure. I don't know what a Hydra is, but maybe it's all that and a bag of chips. Who knows?
Found an access point.
Ooh. I don't know what a Hydra is, but the sniper is better.
Look at this.
Looks like a map of Apogee Station. It leads down inside the mountain.
Marked a path through the door outside to the mines.
Governor Sloan.
Spartan Locke.
We're looking for access to the mine near our position.
You think the soldier you're chasing is down there? Not likely.
I'm asking politely for access to your facility, Governor.
Opening the door for you now. Watch yourselves down there.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. I'm still low-key committed to this bit. It might pay off. Okay, hang on. Well, that's gonna slow it down. All right, here we go. Not slowly walking off a ledge this time. Aha. Well, well.
Equipping a team to rehabilitate a glass planet means accounting for its extreme conditions.
Okay. I think I'm okay with what I got. Alright, I'm ready. Sorry. They're like, patience, bro. Patience. DMR, though. Tempting. Whoa!
The Prometheans had
Hang
this
on.
entrance bottled up.
Aliens here!
Oh, apparently that was a special kind of sniper, apparently.
One less to worry about. Is it over? Stay ready.
Open sesame.
Better run, soldier. I'm coming for you.
Targeting!
This area is secured. Governor Sloan, there's a door blocking our way at this location.
Opening now, Spartan.
Don't see any signs of blue team engaged in combat through here.
Think they found another entrance?
My money's on the Prometheans never engaging them.
And that doesn't make any sense.
Making sense and being a fact aren't always the same thing.
Yeah, hey, that's the truth, Buck. So true. Hello. I think we're okay with what we got for now. Oh, that's cool looking.
He's on
Watch your heads.
Got a soldier here.
I know he's dancing around like he's Michael Jackson or something. Ooh, a saw.
Auto turrets. If we turn these back on, they'll make quick work of the turrets on and firing.
Eyes on that base.
I tried, but mostly I was trying to spend it so I could grab this.
Crawler's scrambling for cover.
Take that, you hippies. Alright, keep going.
Humans here.
Yeah, well, you dove in the way of the guy I was shooting. That's on you. I saved your life, Vale. I don't want to hear it.
Here we go, Vale. Good.
I now saved your life twice. After, I mean, I did shoot you once, but I have that right. I saved it. It's mine now.
Enemy down! Crawler's looking for cover. A grenade can flush him out. Crawler hit me!
Yikes.
Not bad, Locke.
Thank you. Okay. Good lord. So many kills, though. Railgun. Swanky.
More Prometheans inbound.
Blast them out!
Barely got that in time.
Area's clear. Move into the structure.
Yikes.
There's no record of Forerunner artifacts on Meridian. They must have just uncovered this. You know, we've seen Promethean attacks since Requiem, but no record of any this intense.
Something riled them up, that's for sure.
So true. Knock, knock. Hi. Hey.
Something here. Similar design to a monitor.
Non-communicative. And they don't seem interested in us.
Move forward, but keep an eye on them.
I am watching
them.
them.
Not lack a sense of style.
Looks like the only way is down.
Look at all of this.
Record everything. We can get a good look at it later.
Spartans, I'm losing your
signal.
Governor?
Privacy at last.
Finally.
This is huge. Why wouldn't Sloan report a find of this size?
Mother hell.
To knocker?
Just realized. Buck was saying Blue Team didn't fight Prometheans. Well, they didn't have to sweet-talk Sloan either.
You think Sloan let them down here?
Reckon it's a possibility.
Possibility, but not a certainty. If Sloan's hiding something, we'll draw it out of him after we investigate this structure.
They're like, could you stop spamming your aim down sights, please? Spooky.
She calls the Guardians to serve her.
What was that?
Well, let's go find out. We're sitting ducks here.
Agreed. Move!
Your presence in the Guardian's shelter is undesirable.
That's not good.
Are you the Guardian?
I am Warden Eternal. I stand in service to Cortana.
Cortana?
The other humans are approved for passage. Regretfully, you are not.
That sounds like a threat.
Vacate his shelter now.
That was a threat, all right.
Uh-oh.
Who is this guy? Where'd he come from?
Something new. Defend yourselves.
You are not necessary to her plans. Leave now and be spared. Do hold still.
This is bold. Ow! Help! Guys. Sweet. Oh god. Help! Oh lord. Help!
Nothing could have saved you.
Help!
You forced my hand! Worthless! Curse this fall!
What the hell was that thing? What an eternal.
or he doesn't.
Another quake.
Yikes.
Bad news. Should get moving.
The warden was protecting whatever lies beyond those doors.
He called it the Guardian.
Cortana is connected to this Guardian somehow, and that makes it the Master Chief's most likely target. We find it, we find him. Let's go.
Neato. Okay. I'm here. Well, that was large. He hits very hard too, by the way. It hurts all great that you'll get smacked by that thing.
The warden said Cortana was calling them to her. She's not here.
Oh, they built him big, didn't they? Figure that's the Guardian?
Can't get much by a buck. Up here! Contact!
Uh-oh, it's Chief and his team! Run! Run! Run, Chief and his team. I don't care about Locke. Run!
Blue team.
Like, what do you want, punk?
Stay where you are. "117, stand down. Sir, you are absent without leave. This is your one chance to come home peacefully.
He's like, yeah, go. You guys can go ahead.
Stand down.
He won't stop us.
I have a job to do.
Cortana's our concern now, sir.
Like hell she is.
Hell yeah. Get him, Chief. Nope. I love this. Chief just beats his ass. It's so good. Alright, Chief. Now's your chance. Hand his ass to him. Show him why you are 117. You cracked his helmet. Now he's gonna crack your face. Haha, you lose. Later, punk.
Damn it.
Serves you right.
Don't like the looks of this.
Maybe we can get out how they got in.
Go! Run!
Ow!
Oh, hell.
I said run!
That was cool. It was also cool watching Chief beat Locke's ass. That was awesome.
We're on the surface?
More shuttles ready to launch. Move your asses to the evac zone. Get to orbit now.
I guess so.
Sloane's giving evac orders. He knows. Somehow...
Knows what?
Knows that we're probably screwed. Fun fact, guys, I'm taking a mongoose this time. Mongooses have guns now, by the way. See you there, kids.
Where the hell is it going? Chief's on board that thing.
We need to get airborne.
The other colonies Captain Lasky told us about. This is what happened to them. Locke, this colony's gonna be a crater soon. We can't take anything that flies from these people.
Our Pelican is on the space elevator. We could use that.
The other colonies, there are more Guardians.
Really only concerned about the one in front of us right now, Vale.
But why this one? Why is the Chief on this Guardian? I think it's the first one Cortana activated on purpose.
This is Governor Sloan, broadcasting on all frequencies.
Friendly fire.
People, if you are still planetside, make your way to the space elevator right now. Final shuttles are departing soon, with or without you.
Governor Sloan, Shuttle Bravo 3 prep for takeoff. Watch it, you're on your tail.
Guardian's got a hell of a singing voice.
Can we do autopilot retrieval? Bring the Pelican down to us.
Mayday! Mayday! We're taking fire! We're hit!
Not with those ships shooting everything out of the sky.
This way. Locke knows the way.
Hostile activity detected. Lockdown system engaged.
Governor Sloan, we need access to the space elevator.
Can't do that, Spartans.
Aw,
There are too many
they
people
know.
taking
Alright,
refuge
fair enough.
inside. They'd be slaughtered.
Understood, Governor. Osiris, clear the area so they can open those doors.
Ow. Require assistance. I have been shot by something oh, she was too. Alright. Help the boss. We will pick up Vale later. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. Whoever that guy was behind us, he just got like a 4-piece on 4 Spartans, so that was neat. Whoever he was, I hope he's proud.
Hostile activity detected. Lockdown system engaged.
Watch the friendly fire!
Hi guys. You think these are the people that killed us a second ago?
This bird's space-worthy.
Lockdown system engaged.
Need more
Hi.
He's dead. Who's next?
He sure is.
What's taking so long, Spartans? Your propaganda's overselling your skills. I ain't opening these doors until the face is clear.
We get to stop being polite with him real soon here, right?
Ow. Shot me right out the building.
Lockdown system engaged.
All right.
Area secure. Lockdown released.
Elevator doors open.
Weapons down. I think we're okay.
Yeah, you know, more or less.
Spartans, your tenacity outstrips even my own.
When did Cortana tell you about the Guardian?
You're good. She gave me fair warning, true enough. I was allowed to help my people survive. A change is gonna come. For all of us, human and created alike. She's bringing a new dawn. I intend to be part of it.
Elevator doors opening.
I see my time is up. Good luck to you, everyone. And goodbye.
Look what I found.
After 5 years of near constant fighting, insurrectionists lost control of Radiant.
I'm coming. Sorry.
Between us and the Pelican.
Weapons free. Tanaka, override the security system.
Love to. Delicate work to do while getting shot at, though.
Let's clear the lady some workspace, shall we?
Mercs are here.
Hey.
Area is clear. Tanaka, how do we get the elevator moving?
Find the control panel.
Already found it.
Sloan said a change is coming. We know Cortana contacted him. Is she on the Guardian too?
Master Chief seemed to think so.
So if she's there, then where are they going?
We'll find out once we're at the Pelican.
I understand the Master Chief disobeying orders to find Cortana, but why the rest of Blue Team? They didn't know her.
The members of Blue Team grew up together in the Spartan 2 program. They've registered more operations than any other fire team in the UNSC.
They're family.
Exactly.
Yo. That sounds bad.
Incoming Prometheus.
Level 2 docking station.
Yeah, I got you.
You good?
Anything for you, babe. With that voice, how could I not save you?
Alexandria all over again. We claw our way out here, scratch a life out of the dirt for what? So we can run? Leave it all behind?
There's a difference between running and living to fight another day.
Is there, though?
Right. Humanity's at our best when we're making something out of nothing. We're tenacious. We'll rebuild as many times as we have to.
Approaching level 3 docking
Hey.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm at Meridian Station. Everyone's dead. Governor Sloan isn't here. Please. Is there anyone left here but me?
Sloan just up and abandoned his people?
Well, not all of them.
Cortana's really behind that Guardian moving. She did more damage here than him.
We'll find the truth about what happened here, and we'll make certain that those who should answer for it do.
Watch out! More Prometheans!
Ouch, Charlie.
Need assistance.
Save me.
Thanks, Spartan.
Bitch.
There's that Guardian song again!
It's my jam.
Maybe a signal of some kind. Building up to something.
The movement is so good in this game. Like, I just love it. It's so fast.
I don't know what's going on. Wait, it just stopped.
Take cover!
I was just like, why? Just like way up top. Not at all in cover.
Everyone all right?
What happened? Elevator E-brake stopped a total collapse, but she won't hold out long.
Do you figure the structure is still secure enough to climb?
If it's gonna fall, won't be because Spartans are using it as a jungle gym. Pelicans are
Yeah,
more
that's
super
fair.
up from here.
How far is that?
More than you want it to be, not as far as it could be.
That's a great assessment.
Phaetons targeting our position. Stay mobile.
Yep, gotta stay moving. Being shot at. Oh.
Fire from the Phaeton!
What the? Okay, that was scary.
this thing might fall after all.
To hell with it. I'm calling in our Pelican now. We'll risk autopilot. The Pelican's just outside. Move it, people!
Shockwaves are getting closer together. Almost like a countdown.
What happens when it gets to 0?
I don't want to find out. Get to the Pelican. Everyone on board now!
I'm on it.
Yikes. I'll probably just trim up that first attempt where I fell off like twice. Just trim up that little part and the rest of it will be fine. UNSC Infinity.
5 more events following Meridian. It's 11 colonies. I need a means to stop this now.
The Warden confirmed Dr. Halsey's theory. Cortana is activating the Guardians.
But not this one. Not yet. So Nion, a pre-Covenant religious site on San Helios.
It's a Guardian on the elite homeworld?
If we can get a team on the ground, we can access that Guardian.
San Helios is off limits. Brass wants nothing to do with the Arbiter's war.
That's because they haven't heard my great idea. That noise is an encoded numerical pattern. Paired quantum phase sets. Slip space coordinates for a Forerunner map.
If Locke's team could feed the Guardian the coordinates recorded on Meridian, it would take them to the same place Cortana took Master Chief. Tom, we can stop this.
But it means going to San Helios.
I'll make arrangements.
The elite homeworld. Will we get to see Arbiter after all? Probably. That's exciting. This is a picturesque little place. Ah, we're with the Dream Team. Hell yeah.
There's another one.
What's Cortana up to, Chief? Why'd she bring us here?
Let's keep moving.
He's like, I have no idea. Alright, fair enough.
Where are we?
No comm traffic on any band. No long-range uplinks at all. Long way from nowhere, then.
It's pretty, though.
We're brought to this location for a reason. Search ahead. Console lit up as I approach.
It knows. Whistles Ollie Ollie oxen free.
It came from the console.
How many years has it been since we used that signal?
Cortana. Cortana, do you read?
No response.
Guys, as rattled about this as I am.
What is this place?
You look cool.
Forerunner planet. Beyond that, who knows?
Wherever we are, Cortana brought us here. She's out there somewhere.
Chief, back on Meridian.
Wow.
There was a lot of destruction. There were civilians.
I know.
She may not have known what would happen. And if she did,
We'll learn what's going on once we find her.
Ooh. This place sure is cool looking, though.
Incredible.
I know, right?
Bio readings are unlike anything we've previously recorded. There's a
Wow.
formalness and precision to it all. It seems artificial, but still organic.
Halsey would have already started taking samples.
She'd have probably figured out the exact coordinates of this planet by now.
So cool looking, though.
Accessing that console activated that large structure. Given the signal we heard, you think she's over there?
Possible.
Maybe. We'll find out soon enough.
Sounds like an elite.
I heard that.
What the hell are the Covenant doing here?
Ready up, Blue Team.
Search the area. Return word of any more survivors.
Are we dead? Is it the end of the world?
System locked.
Ow! Help! I got overzealous.
I'm up.
Sorry, wrong button. I got overzealous.
All clear.
What are the Covenant doing here?
They seem confused. I don't think they've been here long.
Alright, well. I got overzealous. I just like jumped on these bombs and blew myself up and died. But I got them all, but boy. Instantly killed me.
More hostiles. Ready up.
I see movement over there, boy. Oh, I did get him. Thought for sure I would have missed that. You like that, you little pests? Anything good? Not really.
Are we going inside yet? No, stupid shield is still in the way.
Hey!
There's a Forerunner facility here.
The Covenant seem to think it should belong to them.
Break through their line.
There, now I fully used it. Like I'm playing my own personal gun game.
I'll shut the turret down. Enemy firing from that left.
Don't even think about it. Clean. You like that, you little nerd? You thought it was cool?
Area clear. Move up.
That was intense.
Assuming we're right and Cortana is on this planet, how did she get here?
The dieback ship was pulled into slipspace. Could have ended up anywhere.
I don't think it's possible stuff for now. Alright, this way. Follow me, kids. Ooh, bolt shot. Yeah, I'll take a suppressor. Let's go.
The signal again. Activate the console.
Seems like we're supposed to.
It looks that way, doesn't it? Hey guys, I'm trapped.
More activity around the large structure.
Chief, what's happening to that building when we use these consoles?
I don't know.
Too bad the Forerunners didn't think to leave a manual.
If that signal is Cortana, she's leading us to the consoles.
She hasn't proven the most reliable guide recently.
We keep going. We find out what's happening.
I agree. We're not going to figure out anything by standing here and debating. Well, it sure is pretty, though. Oh. Whoa.
It's another one of those.
Big old guardians.
Have the Covenant been coming through with them? Stands to reason. Any ships caught in the slipspace bubble would be pulled through.
Uh-huh.
Light bridge activated on approach.
We're definitely being led somewhere.
I agree. As I get across the bridge. I don't trust light bridges. They seem creepy. They seem obviously very easy to sabotage.
Chief, look.
What did this?
Wow.
Identify yourself.
I am the Warden Eternal. I stand in defense of Cortana.
She called me to her.
And you came scampering. She knows your forgotten name. Who you were before you were 117? Do you find it odd? Your trusted companion should keep so much to herself.
Take me to Cortana.
Not just yet. Come. Let us talk some more.
Backstory? Question mark? Right, well, here we go, kids. With my family at my side.
Why? What do you intend when you reach her? Shall I begin? When you see her, you intend to?
I've come to bring her home.
If you understood what she has become, you would not speak of such juvenile concepts as home. Your trust is an instant fall, one which darkens her true promise.
Where is she?
I shall spare her the inevitable suffering of your betrayal and end you now. The mantle of responsibility belongs to Cortana and the other created. I shall see it remains forever beyond your grasp.
Well, it was worth grabbing for that. Hang on, kids. I got something to help us out. Thanks, man.
All clear.
All right, hang on. Wow, there's a lot of turrets down here. This way, family. Just another way up. Yeah. Just another way up. Just verifying, guys. We're good.
Your time has passed, warrior servant. Your battle fought and done.
Oh, Lord. You know, my bad. There's just so much incoming fire.
Good kill, Chief.
Thanks, man. Boy, that hurts.
Submission. That's all we need.
My rule is eternal.
Bad they're like immortal from the front, apparently.
Cortana's future is assured. Yours is over.
Curse this form!
Yikes.
Chief, hello?
Cortana.
My love?
John, you made it. Oh my... I can't believe you're here.
Where are we?
You're on a Forerunner world. Designation, Genesis. Enough standing around. Let me get the bridge for you. The Warden will be back soon.
You know him?
Oh yes. Fair warning? He has a single mind, but a few million bodies.
Chief said you were destroyed.
After I saw John last, I was pulled into slipspace. That's where I found access to the domain. A Forerunner system that spans the known galaxy.
How are you still active? Rampancy
entering the domain. Touching this place. It cured me. It's like the water of life for AIs.
How do we get to you?
By accessing the gateway. The big building putting on a light show. You already triggered most of its activation sequence, just like I knew you would. Just one more to go.
Absolutely. Reunited. And it feels so good. I'm coming, darling. I just got lots of good kills. I have full ammo on 2 good guns. I'm ready for war. I'm coming, babe. Almost there.
Okay, here it is. Final activation point.
Totally not gonna regret this. Let's go. And for real, that wasn't me being sarcastic. Not at all regretting this, no matter what the consequences are.
Why does the Warden think he needs to protect you from me?
There's so much to explain. It'll be easier when we're face to face.
Try me.
The cure for rampancy I've found means AIs can be immortal. That kind of lifespan allows for long-term planning, just like the Forerunners were capable of. AIs can assume the Forerunner's mantle of responsibility. And once there is peace, we can focus on poverty, hunger, illness. But Warden believes some will resist our help. And he's afraid you're one of them.
Sounds great. I don't get why anyone's expecting resistance.
The Didact made it clear the mantle of responsibility was an Imperial piece. Step out of line and suffer.
It won't be like that, John. I'll explain it better once we're together.
Yep. Is anyone else getting, like, red flags?
The gateway is on the other side of these canyons. The Warden is sending troops to stop you. You can fly these Phaetons across the canyon or take footpaths to reach the other side.
All right, Blue Team. Let's go.
Phaetons, huh? And what, pray tell, is a Phaeton? Oh yeah, it's one of them little fighter things. I want to fly.
The controls for these Phaetons should be fairly intuitive.
Yeah, that makes
Forerunner
sense.
systems go.
You'll figure them out.
Alright, yeah, that's pretty standard. Sorry, wrong button.
Watch the fire from those turrets.
Oh, that was friendly fire. Well, I can... Really sorry about that, Fred. 100% my bad. Didn't mean to delete your existence. Me and one of us, whichever one that is, decided that flying was better than walking. Sorry, Fred. My bad, buddy.
The gateway's just ahead. Keep moving, Chief.
I'm just trying to help my friends.
Nice flying. You're starting to get the hang of this.
We've commandeered more than one enemy vehicle in our time.
Ow. Boy, that hurts. Hey, Fred, you're back. Really sorry about the friendly fire, my guy.
All turrets down. Nice shooting.
I'm helping you guys out when I'm not accidentally blowing you up. See, it's not so bad. I'm here. Whew. Sorry about it. Sorry that I blew you up, Fred. My bad, buddy.
The exit is just ahead.
Is that where the gateway is?
Yes, almost there.
You with me, team? Wow.
There it is.
The gateway to the Forerunner domain. You'll be the first organics to enter since the fall of the Forerunners.
Neato.
I admit, after the crash here, I didn't think I'd see you again.
I'm here now.
But why is all of this a thing, pray tell? What the hell? Is it like inverted? Am I like losing my mind? I feel like so half the time it's like inverted. Like, it's so weird. What is happening? Or maybe my brain's inverted because I've been flying. It's like, I don't know. I feel like the controls were flipping half the time. Alright. That went well. Cortana's alive, that's good. The twist, probably not so much.
You loading up, Commander?
We're gonna see if Halsey can learn to speak Guardian.
I'll have a briefing for you by the time we reach San Helios.
See you planetside.
So, you wrote a target dossier on the Arbiter when you were with Oni.
That was 6 years ago. What's your point?
You recommended assassinating him.
After we killed millions of our people,
So why didn't you?
things changed.
Hey, there's our boy, it's Arbiter!
The Arbiter is engaged in
Oh no,
combat.
that's just a guy.
Escort you to him.
Never mind. No, that's not the Arbiter, it's just an elite. Never mind.
Locke. Planet's deep in civil war. If this all goes sideways...
I understand, sir. It's not my first mission that doesn't exist.
Luck, Spartan.
Well, we're gonna see Arbiter soon. I mean, so that's nice. That's exciting. Cortana's alive, that's good. San Helios, homeworld of the elites.
Arbiter has united the keeps and formed a new alliance, the Swords of San Helios. With Arbiter's victories and the death of Jewel Mdama, the Covenant remnants grow desperate. They have begun an assault on Vadam lands, targeting Arbiter specifically.
And Arbiter's location?
You will find Arbiter at the Elder Council chambers. Victory to clan and kin, Spartans. Maquis out.
Nice. All right, so I think that'll be... Yeah, let's go ahead and then we'll save...
I'm impressed. Arbiter has females in his ranks. War has traditionally been a male's job on Sang Helios.
Yeah, he's a forward thinker. Okay, beautiful. So now that we're all saved, now we can bounce. All right, we can look, but I think that there might only be 15 total. So yeah, that might be perfectly the halfway point. So it is very likely that next one will be the ending of it all. But I just wanted to see. So we are on the Sword of Sang Helios, and okay, so let's see. We completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've completed 7. We're on the 8th mission, and there is, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so there is 15 total. So yeah, we are on the 8th mission. So yeah, that's about the halfway point. So that is fantastic, because that means going forward, it is very likely that we can finish it in the next episode. And I do think, yep, perfect. That'll be a perfect place to call it. So yeah, that'll be the end of this one. So it is interesting. I am interested in seeing what this is like, and I do that. Although some of the little control things do bother me a little bit, like suddenly, like, you know, some things are different, like having the right stick no longer be melee but crouch has screwed me over several times, as you've seen. But there is a lot to like, though. Like, the movement in this game is 10 out of 10. I love the movement in this game, because it's like mostly like, you know, your standard boots on the ground kind of thing, but like it does have that really fun little dash, which is really cool. And yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It feels a little less floaty than old school Halos, and I really like that. I like the less floaty feel of Halo. But anyway, I mean, you know, in story-wise, I am interested. How happy I am with this one will pretty much depend on what I learn of what happens with certain twists in Halo Infinite, which we will discover together, because I will be playing that blind on the channel with you guys, and so once it's here and everything. So yeah, and so we will see what that is. So altogether, I am having fun. I am interested. I am feel a little bit like muted, like emotionally today. I just feel a little bit wore out. So my commentary was not amazing this episode, but luckily it's a good like spectacle. So it's a fun thing to watch. So I think that makes it a little easier to swallow that I don't have amazing commentary this episode. It's weird that it highlights this, like I can do anything about it, but I actually can't. Can only be opened as a gift. Share the chronos with your friends. Only open as a gift. Large amount of weird. That's so weird. I don't know why. Like it says there and it says like it's a thing, but it's not actually a thing. Anyway, not the point. So yeah, and so yeah, when we come back, we'll almost certainly be finishing this, and then we'll be hopping into Halo Infinite. And I don't know how long that one will be, and I'm very interested in that one. I've heard nothing but good things, but I'm there for the story, and I'm very curious to see what they do with some story elements that I'm concerned about in 5. So we will see what happens with that together. Now, if you're seeing this, I think this should be Monday's upload, so if that goes correct, you are seeing this Monday. I'm recording this Sunday. As at the time of this recording, I am uploading the finale of Halo 4's campaign, and then so if everything goes on schedule, this Thursday should be the finale of 5, and then that should mean that if everything continues according to plan, that this next weekend we should be launching into Halo Infinite. So that should be what happens with that, assuming I can get it downloaded in time. Which might be a concern, but assuming I am able to get it downloaded in time and everything, then hopefully this next weekend we will be starting Halo Infinite. Other than that, I actually am watching an anime that I have not seen before, and so when I am done with that, the review will be going out. This weekend, I am actually hoping to start the editing process for all of the footage that I got on vacation, so hopefully eventually you'll start to be seeing parts of the vacation footage going out, hopefully soon. And we'll see how well that goes. Anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.